Hey everybody, welcome back to The Inner Ivy. My name's Charles Ivy, but my pals call me Chuckles, so feel free to do that if you want to. We are on day, man, I don't even know. We're in quarantine for Corona, and the days are kind of running together doing a video every day, so I don't even know what day this is, but I'll figure it out by the time I post it, and you'll see it in the title. Um, but we're right in the middle of my standing for something challenge that I put out to you guys. So, I don't want to waste a lot of time sitting. So let's go ahead and stand up and we'll get this thing started. All right. So, a little recap of yesterday. Yesterday was a fun day. We talked a little bit about my wife in the video, and she's the love of my life. So I was real happy to be able to talk to her about that. But we left kind of at a place where it's a really tough topic, and it's really hard for me to talk about. So I'll be perfectly honest with you. I did not want to do this video today. I wanted to sit down and not do this video today, to be perfectly honest, because this video, this is a pivotal moment in my life, and it caused me to get to a place that is really hard for me to talk about. So I apologize if I lose it here. Okay, I don't intend to, but if I lose it here, I may need to take a break, but I'll come back and I'll finish this because it's real important. So we left off. I was sitting in a movie theater, and I was the center of somebody's home movie or film or photography session, close up Mr. DeVille, whatever you want to call it. But I was right in the middle of their life story, and they made a spectacle of me, and it really affected me in a big way. So, on the way home, it just continued to tear into me. I just kept running over it and the situation in my mind and the laughter in their voices. And, this seems silly to let a bunch of teenage girls affect me this way. But, when you've lived your entire life the size that I am, and you've had people look at you the way that they look at you, and you've had them say the things that they say to you, eventually those things become your inner voice, and they're the things that you tell yourself. So just to have them reiterated and hashed out right back to me, it destroyed me. And as happy as I was with my wife, and you heard that yesterday, I fell into a deep depression, deepest I've ever gone in my entire life. And I faced some really tough things. And for the next 3 years, I fell into a darkness that even the light of my life, my wife, could not bring me out of. And I just sank further and further and further. And, like I said before, my wife is involved in her own weight loss journey, and, she's trying to be strong for herself. And at that point, I became too heavy of a burden for even her to carry. And she loved me through it, and she did what she could, but I was oppressive. Give me a second. Sometimes you just gotta sit down, but don't worry, I'll get back up. I've been doing this every day, and remember, I'm used to laying in bed at 807 pounds. My muscles just aren't what they used to be. But this is important. So I want to tell you. My wife is a beautiful soul, inside and out. And I was in a place that even she couldn't bring me out of. She couldn't love me out of it. She couldn't encourage me out of it. No one could. I was in a place so dark that I could not see a light. And I've lived with God my entire life. And I was so wrapped up in my own sorrow. And I let people take my joy to a level so far deep that I could not find it. And I spent 3 years in that place, laying in my bed, eating myself to death. And why I say eating myself to death, because at one point, I contemplated my own death. How I could do it. It got so far it got to the point where I picked up my gun and I was ready to die. And in that moment, where nothing else mattered, not the love of my wife, not my family or friends, when nothing else mattered, I heard the voice of all the people I'm sorry, I need to compose myself. I'll be right back. You got this. You have to do this. You can do this. I heard the voice of every person who had ever tried to lift me up, all compiled into one voice, and I can only describe it as the voice of God. That stopped me. I heard my wife. I heard my mom. I heard my friends. And I couldn't leave them with that being the last memory that they had of me. With 807 pounds, trapped in a bed for 3 years, not leaving my house, not seeing my family, not participating in events or birthdays. I could not leave this world knowing that that was the impression that I was going to leave. So I decided that day that it didn't matter what it took, what I had to do, where I had to go, I was going to lose this weight. And there have been struggles, and I have yo-yoed and flip-flopped and tried everything under the sun, and it has led me to this point. You know what? Everything that I have been through has made me into who I am. And who I am is strong enough to get through this. So for today, I'm gonna let you guys see this. I would love to just edit everything out so you didn't see it, but I'm gonna let you guys see this and see me for who I am. But I need to sit down. So please, you guys don't understand how much what you say to me means to me. So just stick with me. And I promise, to you, to my family, to my friends, and to my wife, that I will stand up for them. Guys, if you want to follow my journey, please like, subscribe, click that notification. I'm posting these videos every morning at 9 a.m. I think we're like 5 days in or something. So we still have 25 days of this, and I hope to, unpack some of these things that we've talked about a little bit more and get into a little more detail. So please leave me your comments and your messages letting me know what you want me to talk about and what you want to know more about. What part of my story interests you the most, and we'll dive deeper into those things. I have 25 days to talk about it, so we can get as deep as you want. And as you can see from this video, I am not afraid to be real with you, so ask me anything. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining me on the journey. I love you guys, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the vines that keep this broken man together. I'll see you tomorrow.